welcome back to my channel. This is part one of this video. We have, this is me at the airport. We're in Charlotte at this point. Yes, this video, this is us at the airport. So I didn't film us driving. I didn't see the point in that. But I will say this is part one. There will be another part. I will post it later next week, probably like a week from today, literally on the money. And the reason I'm doing that is because it is there's like this much footage in another video. So I thought I would do that instead. So this is us in the Charlotte airport. It is a busy airport. Very, very pretty. This is us just walking around. I'm trying out the new camera. Nothing really like overtly fancy happening here. I want to say we were in Terminal A, maybe I could be wrong. F. It was F. I know it was. So we had to go over there, and getting over there, these are my favorite things in the entire world. These little like escalator things, but they're flat. They're my favorite things ever. I love them. I think they're so funny. I do very much enjoy them. But yeah, this wound up being an unfathomable amount of footage. Like, I had so much footage from this week, and I'm happy about it because I feel like we did a lot, so I'm glad I have it documented for you guys. But quite frankly, there was so much that happened. It was unreal. So I'm finally we're finally headed that way. I cannot believe this is a 44-minute long video. That's insane. They just remodeled this airport. It was I knew it was. I was wrong the first time. Damn. They did just remodel this airport relatively recently, from what I understand, within the last couple of years, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Oh my god. There are so many random clips of it flipping on me, which is wild. I will say I tried my best to cut my family out of this as much as possible. I'm gonna have to do some extra work to try and cut them out again, just because obviously they were with me the entire time, so trying to get them out of it was a kind of a challenge. But it was fun. There's a lot of me in the airport. They delayed our flight, so that was cool. Our flight was supposed to leave at 12. It wound up leaving at like about 2 o'clock, which wasn't important really, but they did delay our flight. Now I am currently walking back from where I just was, because I wanted a smoothie. I wanted something. I don't know what I wanted, but I wanted something, and they had a Jamba Juice in the airport. So I went to go see that. First of all, Jamba Juice is so expensive. It's unbelievable. I spent an arm and a leg on a Jamba Juice. But I did go and see. So this is my Jamba Juice. I got the like mango something. Yeah, so now I didn't sit in the window. I sat on the aisle. So mother and my husband. So cramped. But this is, we're officially in Fort Lauderdale, Florida now. Pretty cool. We took an Uber to our Airbnb, so this is me in the Uber now. And he drove. We had to get 3 Ubers because there were 13 of us that went, and so we had to get 3 Ubers there and 3 Ubers to the port, and I think a bus to back. But we don't need to be back. We're midway through the trip now. All right, so this is us on the way. The Uber was the nicest man. He was so sweet. He was really funny. My aunt asked him if we were in a good area, and he's like, oh yes, you're in a great area. We stayed in Hollywood at Florida. Technically it was in Hollywood. So I thought that was kind of funny, but it actually wasn't that wonderful of an area. But this was our house. That was the Airbnb we stayed at, and then this is the next day. This is the day before we're going, or the day we're going to the cruise. We walked to Wawa and went to get energy drinks because me and my dad are energy drink fiends. My husband's in front of you. That's who you see right now. He went to a coffee shop, I believe. I'm pretty sure. all over the place. I had pre-edited the actual video itself, and apparently that did not happen. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. This is us currently. We were like a 4-minute walk maybe from Wawa, at least I would say. I mean, we weren't very far at all, but it was really cool, and that was a fun experience, being out here and stuff. And I will say, this area specifically where we were at, this was after Hurricane Helene had hit, and they did not really get any damage from Hurricane Helene. Now, saying that, I don't know how much they got hit by Milton. I know that there was a flood warning walk back, and everything. I can say that we did not realize. We definitely did not realize that it was going to be as like hurricane season-y this year as it had been. Obviously, they got hit a lot this year. We were unaware that it was going to get hit this bad, or else we obviously wouldn't have gone. We wound up not getting hit by any of that kind of stuff. We wound up being very, very blessed. We did not really get hit with a bit of bad weather, which was really, really awesome, honestly. So that was nice. Sorry, I just got totally distracted. But yeah, this is us headed over there. It wasn't, I feel like the walk is making it seem like it was crazy, but it really wasn't that bad. But yeah, it was a pretty slow, chill walk. It was very closed off. That school was very, very, very closed, which is kind of nerve-wracking, but it was fine. So then we had, I'm trying to like see if I can rush up this footage a little bit, because what's happening? There's Wawa right there. There was a lot right around us. It was very close to everything, which was nice, and the house was very, very nice. It fit a ton of people. I wish I had done a house like video, but we all got there at the same time, and I tried really hard not to be like a weirdo that was recording the whole time, but that's kind of my vibe anyways, unfortunately. I'm just like that person. One of my cousin's girlfriend she like films a lot too. She does TikToks and stuff. Like she posts like TikToks a lot. I don't post that many TikToks, but she does. And her thing is she is really big about posting like TikToks and stuff, and so when she posts the TikToks, she films too, so I don't feel as weird because she's a big picture taker and like she films a lot and stuff, so it makes me feel less weird, which is nice. So this is the Wawa. I had never been to a Wawa up until then, I think, or if I hadn't been to one, maybe. It's not something I go to very frequently, unless I'm on vacation, because there's not a single one near me, at least that I know about. I kind of wish I'd have gotten like one of their coffees or something, because it low-key looked like it was a Sheetz kind of deal. So yeah, we just went in there, or we grabbed. I wanted to look around and stuff, but I knew that we were gonna go on the cruise. There was really no point in grabbing anything else, so I didn't. I just went in there and got our stuff and left. We didn't have, like, we had some random stuff for breakfast, but we didn't have like a breakfast this day. So my dad got what we call a convenience store breakfast, which is a bunch of random crap from a convenience store. So that was what we got too. But yeah, just walking into Wawa. I also do feel significantly less weird filming with this camera. I've noticed that in that trip it made me feel significantly less awkward. The camera's very small, very easy to maneuver, and it's just very compatible with like filming often. So I think there's going to be a lot more of like us walking around and talking and doing stuff. So that's what we're on. I beelined for these energy drinks. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I did not stop. I did not pass go. I didn't do anything else. I also went straight for the Alani News, and I was going to get a witch's brew because like those are kind of more like rare. I haven't seen those a lot recently, but I tried one last year and I didn't like it. So I even had the witch's brew in my hand, and I was I was literally up until the last minute. I put the witch's brew back because I was like, if I don't like this, I'm gonna be absolutely furious that I don't like this. And I got the peach, whatever. I actually also, when this cuts here in a second, I fixed that. The camera's gonna cut here in a second, and then I fixed the drinks thing because that's really obnoxious. Don't worry, I didn't leave it like that. But I did get a peach one. And here's the camera cut, and I fixed it. There we go. This is us leaving the Airbnb. They were very nice to us, and we went in an Uber. Again, this is absolutely stuffed to the brim with luggage. We had so many people's luggage in this. One of my family friends straightened my hair, so my hair looks straight in this because it is, but it's also raining, so my hair did not stay straight for very long because it's me, and if it's raining, then it's over for me. I'm gonna condense this down significantly, I think, because there's a lot of us just driving around. Y'all don't need to see all that. So, we're gonna pause right here in this voiceover, and I'm gonna condense down the driving footage. And just like that, the driving footage has been condensed. Now I know it looks like we're still driving, but not for much longer. So this nice man in his car drove us to the port. I also got super sick at the port. Like, I don't know what was going on, but just like raging migraine, and ta-da, we're at the port now. Raging migraine, raging like nausea, just crazy. I was not feeling good. There are a lot of people in these clips. No one wants anything to do with me. Do you notice that? Like, no one has time for my crap. It's okay. I am gonna leave that clip in there because why not? YOLO. I did. This is us getting on. I cut everything else. That there's probably like 30 minutes in between those. I cut that. This is us getting on the boat. There were a lot of things that just were not relevant to life, and that was one of them. That was not important for y'all to see us go through TSA and all that crap, because you do have to go through all that kind of stuff to get on the board again. So it was fine. That's what I did. I went through it and I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna film this. Also, there are certain places that you are legally not allowed to film, and inside of the port of most cruise ships is one of those places. You legally cannot record in there. And I really try hard not to get arrested, so there you go. The more you know, the more you glow. Okay. So this was Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. That was actually a very, very nice boat, and I want to give you kind of a overtly opinionated idea, because I have been traveling with Carnival for like 12, 13 years probably, and I very, very much so think that they're really good. I very much enjoy Carnival, and I very much enjoy, what they have to offer. So for me, it's one of those things that you know what you love and you love what you know, right? So I love Carnival, and I was very, very, very excited to try Royal Caribbean. You have to do like a safety check. What is this? Sorry, I had a random video cut in. I didn't know what that was. Anyways, you have to do like a safety check, and that was what that was, where we were walking to and from just then. But yeah, I'm very used to what you're used to, and camera did me dirty. I love Carnival, and so it's one of those things where, in knowing that, it became a little more difficult for me to be unbiased towards them, like I was supposed to be probably. But all that to be said, I did have a good time. I don't know if I will come back to Royal Caribbean. Nothing against them. It is nothing against them. They have nice elevators, and this is just a tour of the boat. We went to eat lunch much, so I'm just walking around the boat, and that's what a lot of these clips are going to be from this one, because that's pretty much what we did the first day, was just like walk around and get a feel for the boat and stuff. So, you know, that's, you know, what happened. But I feel like, no disrespect to Royal Caribbean, but I feel like Carnival was better. And maybe it's because, like, I'm a platinum member at Carnival, and like I know what I'm getting into, and you know, whatever. But it was, I don't know, it was just not what I was thinking it would be, and that was okay. It was still beautiful. I still had a great time. I'm not dissing them at all. It was still a lot of fun. Also, one thing I think is you only have the fun that you allow yourself to have, right? Like, if you sit around and be miserable, you're not gonna have fun. I also got sick on this boat, not seasick. I got like the remnants of what this is. It's some kind of like head cold thing that I had for most of the trip. I'm still currently, I've had it for over a week now, because it's Friday when I'm filming this, so I've been nasally like this for well over a week now, which is super fun, funky, and fresh, but true nonetheless. So, yeah, but there was a lot of like cooling mirrors, not mirrors, maps and stuff. So these are like, I just walk around the boat now. I will give you a sneak peek. Everyone you see in these bright pink shirts is related to me in some way, shape, or form. I will not tell you who they are, but I will just tell you they're related to me. So there you go. You might know. I might have said it in previous videos. I don't know. I was a little less concerned about people's identities this time around, which is probably not a good idea, but it's true nonetheless. I was less concerned about it this time. Yeah, so we're just walking around. This was a good trip. There was a lot of us. There were a lot of like family friends, and a lot of just like random random friends that we met along the way, which was, it's always good. It was good. But I don't know. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It really messed up my whole routine. I've had a hard time like recovering from this for some reason. I don't normally have like an issue recovering from trips, but this one, man, this one was a rough one. I really had a moment trying to recover from this one. It's taken me several. I don't feel like I'm still recovered truly fully from it, which is weird. I didn't really drink that much because I don't really drink, so I think really any alcohol that I consume is more or less quite a bit. It's more than normal, you know? Like, if I consume anything, it's more than my average consumption. So, there you go. Yeah, I'm just walking around. I'm really bad about this. I just walk around. I'm a big roaming person. I roam a lot. So, these little pod things, these little egg things were so cool. But okay, so you see the little bungalow things, the thing with the blue roof in front of me, or you, whatever. You pay per day for those, so you can rent them on like a day, right? Well, it did rain this day, and I want to say it may have rained one other day, but it wasn't like miserable. It was like sprinkling, like we were walking around in it. But you got like 2 free waters, like a personal waiter, like a bunch of stuff, but it was still just very, very strange. Like the situation at hand, like, because they were not cheap. Those little house things were like, I want to say 200 and something for a port, like a day at port, and 450, so like $500 for a day at sea, which obviously makes sense. They're more expensive for a day that you're on the ocean versus like if you're gonna get off and get back on, but was still very, very crazy to me how expensive they were, because like it doesn't really come with that much except like you're guaranteed a chair. But maybe it would just, it's not my tax bracket. Clearly I am not that tax bracket. In here, in these footage, you're not seeing a lot. There are things I don't film. One of those things is drinking. I don't film drinking. I have personal videos, like I have videos of me drinking with my family and stuff, but those are not things I share on this platform. A couple of reasons. One, I don't want to encourage drinking if you are not someone who prefers to drink. Two, all of us are adults with careers and jobs and lives and families and stuff, and so I do not film us acting goofy for that reason. Someone might recognize somebody and call somebody's boss and say like, hey, they were drinking in this video, and that's just not my goal here. My goal is to show you guys fun places and cool stuff that I do, and then that's pretty much it. So that's the reason, like, because we went to the club quite a bit, and there's a club on the boat. We went to the club quite a bit. We went out quite a bit. We went to parties. We went to like bars and stuff like that, like on the boat and stuff. And you don't see any of that. And the reason for that is because I don't do that. This right here to your left is Putt, their little like mini golf course. Fun fact: my husband's a huge mini golf guy. Huge mini golf guy. He loves mini golf. But yeah, that's the reason you don't see it. Also, I think certain things should be private. I know there are people on the internet who don't agree with that, and that's fine, but I'm a big believer that like certain things should just be private for you to witness and you and your family to witness, and that be it. And that's kind of my spiel there. Now this was really cool. Okay, so our cabin, which I don't even think I filmed any of, see this ice cream place. We were to your left from the ice cream place, so you could see in to the parlor thing from where we were. I'm not flicking you off, I'm pointing. So if I pan back up, which I'm sure I will, hold on, let me pan back up. Oh no, sorry, that was a bulldog. I have a bulldog, so I found a dog. Okay, Casey, go up. Okay, this ice cream spot. These two little rooms right there to your left at the top, those were our actual cabins where we stayed. And this is floor 5 with all the shops, and there was a pizza place down here and a couple of like bars and restaurants you could pay extra to eat at. This was really cool. This was like a really big perk. It looks like a place in Vegas. It was really, really cool. I don't know. I don't know when this would have been because we still have our stuff, but normally the shops aren't open when you first get on. I don't know when this is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Some of this footage is all mixed up and messed up. Like some of it's all put together. They have a rock wall, and my husband did rock climbing quite a bit while we were there, and I have the video footage of that. I didn't put that in this either. Just because, I don't know. I think also my thing is nobody else agreed to do this but me. So like everybody knows I'm filming, and like my family, like my immediate family knows I film for content, but nobody else agreed to, or like signed up to do this. This is the rock wall right here. Then they have like the court, and then there is a wave runner, and which is like a surfing thing. Y'all have seen that online for sure. And there is a what is it called? Oh my gosh. There is a water slide. Finally, I could not get that word in my brain for some reason. Yes, this is the rock wall. And I wanted to try this out on my camera. Sorry if this makes you dizzy or anything, but I have a 180 like thing on my camera. So okay, so these rooms right here are like exactly where we stayed. So yeah. That's all I wanted. I think it might even be on this floor. I was on this floor a lot. This 5th floor. I was there a lot. Family loves pizza. 1 and 2. They had like parties and stuff up there. So that was pretty cool. I spent so long trying to figure out how that man got in that DJ booth. I still don't know, but maybe that's for them to know and for me to never find out. This was our dinner table. This table was long. There were 13 of us, and they accommodated everybody. I'm telling you, these clips are all over the place. I'm not organizing them. Deal with it. They did a little dance party thing. But yeah, so going back to dinner. This was one night's menu. I will say I didn't do a lot of like dinner filming. I didn't care to. I had fun. So, and then now we are out off the boat, and this is a place called Coco Cay. Cocay. It was raining here as well, as you can see on the camera. And by literally everybody having umbrellas and everything. So there were two boats here. This is a island owned specifically by Royal Caribbean, so you can't dock here unless you are on a Royal Caribbean boat. But this is just, it's just an island. They had a lot of cool stuff to do. This would have been a lot more fun had it not been raining. And after a while, the rain picked up quite a bit. We actually wound up picking a move out of the way. Oh my goodness. I just want y'all to see what I deal with on a daily basis. I'm leaving that in. There are a lot of people with towels and stuff. Some people got towels just to cover their faces. Some people got towels because they thought it was going to be sunny. I wound up getting towels because I had to cover you guys and I had to cover myself because it wound up like basically pouring, and I had absolutely nothing except the clothes on my back. So that was fun. I tried to do a full turnaround of the thing, but I didn't want to walk backwards and fall. So there you go. Let me come. So about I don't know, 5 minutes from now, I will get screamed at by people in my family because I had my camera out in the rain. Everybody's like, is that water resistant or waterproof? I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, well, that sounds like a good plan considering you just bought it. So I did put my camera away. I think until the walk back, which for me is impressive because I am very impatient. We did a full, look how I'm soaked. Look how soaked I am. Let me, hold on. I'll end up late. So yeah, but the island was really cool regardless. We just kind of walked around. There was a pavement loop, and we did one lap of the pavement, and there was stuff to do, but not a lot of stuff to do because it was raining. So this is like it's not pavement, I guess it was brick, whatever, but we followed this path around and just kind of looked from where we were. There was like a zip line, and there was some slides and water slides and beach access and stuff like that, but a lot of the excursions were canceled because of the rain, which, by the way, the water wasn't choppy, and from what I understood everyone to say, this was just normal rain. This had nothing to do with the hurricanes. I don't know if that's true, but it was, whatever. This was the only day of like mediocre weather that we had, other than the day we got on. But yeah, everybody else had like ponchos and stuff. I had nothing. So I do put my camera away because I'm like, everybody's like, your camera's gonna get ruined. It's gonna get ruined. So that is what I did. But yeah, there was a lot of like sand, water sitting around, which is pretty cool. What is going on? Oh, sorry. What else was I gonna say? This was a cool experience though, just to be able to see the like area, because like I said, this is the only place you can go. Like, you can only go here with Royal Caribbean, so that was a cool little perk to see that, and to have that kind of go on was really nice. But what is going on? Oh my god. You guys. I'm frustrated. Okay, anyways. Yeah, we just kind of walked around. That's the water slide, that big, like, tower thing this would have been a really pretty area had it not been raining. But we're walking back around this time, just taking a little peek around, finishing our little loop. There were a lot of people who didn't get off the boat. Keep in mind, this is like 12 or 15,000 people, and a very small percentage of those are from our boat, because a lot of people did not get off the boat on our side, at least, because it was raining. They didn't want to. But I thought that was pretty cool. And I want to know if there are people who live on this island who are like employees for the boat, like the cruise line, or if this is just people who come on, like crew who comes off the boat. That's my question. If anybody knows that, please let me know. Give me 1 second. Alright, now, we are getting kind of close to the end of this video, so I wanted to let you guys know that part 2, we're gonna have 3 stops, and the rest of the footage will be, the rest of the footage will be from that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of random and an eclectic kind of scrapbook of what I did, but I think the more interesting part of it will be part 2, which is good. At least it'll be more interesting. There'll be more stops for sure, because we stopped 4 times. Yes, 4 times, and this is only one of them. So you'll see a lot of other cool places, some more boat, and I think most of the rest of the footage is just off, like on land, so that's pretty cool too. But yeah, thanks for coming along with me and reliving this really cool trip, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't travel that much, so I was gonna say wait for the next one, but who knows when that'll be.